And you got a big bandage, I assume, on your whole foot there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I saw that you were on TV, and I got a chance to see that. So
I know, and I looked horrible, too. My teeth wasn't in, my hair wasn't combed.
Well, that's what happens when you're at the hospital.
Yeah.
They don't let you get yourself fixed up,
Yeah.
Are your teeth in now?
No.
Okay.
Well, you don't sleep in your teeth.
Did we wake you up?
No, I done had breakfast.
Oh, what'd you
Okay.
have?
I had eggs and bacon and
Any vodka?
hash brown. No, but he's going to give me a couple beers today.
Girl.
They're going to let you have a couple beers today? Wow. Now, I understand. I don't know if you're aware of this. You probably didn't stay up and watch The Tonight Show last night. I know I didn't myself. I had to go to bed early, but I understand that Jay Leno mentioned you on The Tonight Show.
You got to be kidding me.
No, you're famous.
You're getting famous. I bet we can get a tape of that Tonight Show for you, Bonnie.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you did.
Hey, do you have a VCR at home?
No, but I can go rent me one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well,
But,
We'll get the tape for
we'll
you.
get a
I wonder how much money they're going to pay me out of all this.
I don't know.
Well, see, that's where your agent comes in.
I don't think you're going to need an agent, actually. So we were trying to, after we talked to you yesterday, and you told us you drank a gallon of vodka. What brand was it? Do you remember what brand of vodka it was?
Let's see. I think it was,
Was it Stoli or?
no, I think it was Phillips. Now, I'm not sure. It's either Phillips or Skoll.
Either Phillips or Gulf.
Or Skoll.
Skull.
S-K-O-L.
Skull.
Like a
Yeah.
skull label on TV.
Oh, is that like the tobacco company? Or?
Yeah.
Just a pinch
Okay.
between your cheeks.
Now, are you a smoker, Bonnie?
Yes.
Are you able to smoke in the hospital?
No.
No.
Probably not, huh? Well, this might be a good time to quit.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay. Well,
Doesn't
Why?
want to,
I
Tom.
mean, it's not good for me to smoke, but I don't want to quit right now.
Uh-huh.
I only
okay.
got to take one problem at a time.
Yep. I
well,
understand
okay.
that.
Now, am I correct in saying that I saw a get well card? I assume it was from a relative that had a drawing of your feet with the right toe blown off.
Oh, yeah, it was my daughter yesterday.
Oh, your daughter gave you that.
Well, she, how they got these plaques up on the wall where it say, well, good morning, your nurse's name, so-and-so date, whatever.
Right.
Okay, she wrote on that, and it says she got my feet there, and she got my right toe blowed off, and she got, you won't get in my way anymore.
Uh-huh.
You no good, ha, ha, ha. Then she's got me saying up there, got him, and I'm holding the shotgun like blowing the end of the barrel off of it after I shot myself.
As we saw that on the news too, Bonnie. Saw the article.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the video footage from the local affiliates ends up on national news, so a lot of people are going to be able to see that.
Someone called in and said a nice gift might be.
Hey, I didn't know all this was going to happen.
Well, Bonnie, I'm glad you're feeling better today.
You think you're going to have different shoe size now, Bonnie?
Might be an inch too shorter.
I never thought about that.
No, you got to think about this stuff.
Now, I'm not familiar with toe injuries. Do they typically put some kind of prosthetic device on a toe? Do they put a fake toe on for balance or something?
I don't think
I
so.
doubt
I
it.
don't know. I don't know if they do or not.
No.
But I told him I wanted to take mine home and put it in the freezer and keep it.
Now, was any of the toe left, or was it pulverized? Is it like smithereens in the dirt?
And they need it on the anniversary.
Oh yeah, there's some of it left.
So there's
There's some of the toe left. Is it in formaldehyde or something?
Oh, the part that I blowed off. No,
Yeah.
I ain't got none of it left.
That's all
none of
gone.
it left?
Now, when you said you went outside and shot a gun, you put the shotgun on your toe and pointed it at the ground and pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Do you live in a rural area?
No, we live in the county.
You live in the county? Are they mad that you shot a gun off then in the county?
They ain't said nothing.
No,
Okay.
they said there'll be no
charges.
no charges.
Okay, so
That's no charge.
No, I say after I west publicity, there won't be no charges.
You know, Bonnie, I broke my toe working in a foundry back in.
Is that the elevator place?
when building elevators there at Otis Elevator, dropped something on my foot, broke my toe, didn't shoot it off, and it was a heck of a rehab. I mean, they can't put it in a splint or anything. Is it broken? Well, it's missing.
it's missing.
It's not there at all. There's nothing there to break.
It's
But
no longer in use.
yeah, it's a
No longer in use.
now
DNF does not function.
now Bonnie, you're not going to be taking this gun and doing anything else with it, are you?
No.
Okay,
Nope.
because it's the joke that the police officer made was he's glad you didn't have a headache.
Yeah, right.
So you're going to be staying away from weapons for a while.
I think I may just do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Now, has your husband been in to see you?
That's my boyfriend.
Your
now.
boyfriend?
Oh, boyfriend.
His
Old man.
Her old man.
Has he been in to
Yeah,
see
old
you?
man.
Has he been in to see you?
No, we ain't got no transportation.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
he was
now
on the
we
news
should-
with us, too.
Yeah.
He talked about
When
it.
are you going to be able to leave the hospital? Do you know?
They won't let me go tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, a speedy recovery, Bonnie.
Best of luck. Best of luck with it, Bonnie. And we'll see if we can get you a videotape of you being on the news.
The dirt, the address.
Okay. Well, your address is here in the police report we have.
I'm sure people are driving by your home right now
Kind of like the OJ thing.
for whatever reason.
It's the tow woman. Bonnie the tow.
But there might be. Is there a big hole in your backyard where you shot the gun?
I don't know. I ain't looked yet.
That's probably true.
So is part of your toe then in the dirt there, buried with
Yeah,
the...
it's probably all shredded up and...
Yeah, you know, it's not like my chicken. It's like my dirt.
Hey, Bonnie, did you call the ambulance or the tow truck?
Oh. He's funny, isn't he, Bonnie?
You're killing me. Tom.
Hey, I like that one. That one's a good one.
Bonnie, you can use that.
You go ahead and use that.
You can use that. Tell him you took the tow truck. Now, Bonnie, do you work for a living at this point?
Not right at the present time.
Okay, because I was going to ask if this would affect your job in any way, but well, you just
no,
get
I'll be walking around in her.
well, you just get walking and make sure you get the right kind of shoes. Ask the doctor what kind of shoes you should wear, and be careful. We don't want to see you in the news anymore.
Not like this anyway.
Yeah.
Not like this.
You might want to consider maybe getting off vodka, moving to maybe just the beers. Just the.
I don't know about that either.
See,
Okay.
she's not going to give up cigarettes. She's not going to give up her vodka. Tom.
That's right.
There you go.
All right.
Woman's got her principles.
Well, you gonna try to get me a tape of that?
Yeah,
we'll see what
be
we can
happy
do,
to.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Now, are your teeth are out right now?
Yes.
You talk pretty good considering the teeth aren't in. When you eat, do you have to pop them in?
No, I use adhesive to put them in.
You
She uses adhesive.
oh, I see. So you can't eat with them then either.
Oh yeah, I can eat with them.
Oh, okay.
Well, I sleep with them. I feel lost without them.
Oh, you.
I'll bet you do.
Oh,
I
okay.
do.
Well, how come you don't have them in now? They won't let you put them in.
Well, she
Well,
probably
You didn't bring him,
didn't have him with her when she was in the ambulance.
Oh, you left them at home?
I think I did.
Your teeth are at home?
Yeah.
Can we get someone to
Yeah,
get
no,
her
but there's
teeth?
no transportation to get her teeth there. So
Well, would you like it? We might be able to get one of our listeners to get your teeth for you. Would that be possible?
Well, yeah, they have to do it. They ask Skinner.
Okay.
Skinner,
Well,
is
why
that
don't
your
we?
old man?
Yeah.
Why don't we?
Why don't you pick up Skinner and take him to the hospital so he can see her?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Let's send a limo for Skinner so he
I
can
think
go
that's what we should do.
deliver the
Send
teeth
a limo
and-
for
take her
Skinner.
teeth, and she said she didn't have her comb
I
or
think we should.
anything.
I think
Well,
we should.
Bonnie,
Little
we're going to
It's
get
up
on.
to us to
We're going to
make
get
this
on this.
lady's day.
We're going to get on this right now, Bonnie. You hold on for a second. We're going to put you on hold with our producer Dean. We have to do some news and stuff, and we'll see if we can get you your teeth.
All right, but you want me to hold on?
Yeah, you hold on
You
for just a
hold on.
second.
Stay right there.
Okay, Bonnie. We'll
All right.
talk to you.
All righty.
Okay.
Okay.
I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again today.
What?
I love you guys.
Once again, I remain.
really do.
I remain stunned. Bonnie has got such a good attitude about
You know,
this.
Yeah,
I
it
think
just doesn't
soul
bother
singer.
her.
I think soul singer William Devon put it best.
When he said,
Be thankful for what you got. Okay.
because you never know when it might go away.
I think we should send Chick with the limo.
Yeah, there you go. You can deliver the teeth, and we can bring a camera there. You can be on the news.
I think you should take some
6
flowers.
o'clock news with Chick.
Take
oh,
some
this will be great.
flowers.
This hits too close to home, doesn't
See,
it?
the problem is, we couldn't get the limo there. We'd be off the air. It would take too long.
All right, maybe we should do what Chick, Mr. Funnyman said.
Send
Send a tow truck.
Yeah. Send a tow
Send a
truck.
tow
Why can't we get a
truck.
limo?
There
We
you
could get a
go.
limo
we
there,
could get a
Mike.
limo there.
Yeah.
What's Muncie, like an
It'd
hour
be
away
fun
from
here
here?
with a record.
Hour and a half?
It's only, what, 45 minutes an hour.
Here with a tow truck.
I don't know if I can handle this Skinner guy one-on-one. That's my
We
concern.
got a ride lined up.
We got a ride lined up?
We've got Joe, the cab driver, who's willing to drive up there and take care of it.
All right, Joe.
Does he have a tow truck? Does he have a tow truck?
I
No.
don't think so.
That's
you know what?
nice of him.
Just like you said, I hope we don't see her on the news soon. And she said, not under these circumstances.
Uh-huh.
I hope the next time we see her, it's when she wins that Nobel Prize.
Okay.
Or the lottery. Mhm.
Now, let me ask you this. Is this cab driving from here or from Muncie?
I think from here.
Okay, does he have a cell phone, obviously? Oh, so he can talk to us when he gets the guy in the car?
Okay.
Perfect. That's what we need. Make sure he has the number.
Is he leaving now?
Give him the hotline.
Oh, he needs to get the address and everything else.
Well.
Wow. I feel like a good Samaritan all
See,
of
don't you feel better about life?
Oh, yeah, I really
And we need
do.
to get her that tape and maybe a...
What did
What
she
did,
say?
what did
she
Jay
wa-
Leno say about her?
I don't know.
What did she want to put in the freezer?
Her
Her toe.
Oh, she was hoping she
would
could save it
and
so
put
she
it in
could
the
put
freezer.
No,
Do we have any more broccoli spears?
Oh,
honey, they're right behind the toe.
That's not a Brussels sprout. It's Bonnie's toe.
No, and Bob says to put it in the freezer, and then on their anniversary they'll eat it.
Yeah,
Did
nice,
you hear
Bob.
that?
Nice little touch.
Like the
he
top
said
of the wedding cake.
under his breath.
No, I heard it. But
But you were
I'd
a
ignore
professional.
I ignored
you
it.
just went
So
on.
did I.
Yeah, we all did, Bob.
The thing is, my problem with this is I don't think that Bonnie has learned a lesson here.
Hey,
No, Bonnie's going to continue smoking and drinking vodka, and the
And
son.
we're probably going to read about her again.
No, I think Bonnie has learned a
gonna
very
happen
good lesson.
again.
She
She's
will
gonna-
probably, from now on, if she has foot problems,
You
she
better
will,
aim.
she will go to a doctor.
You think she's?
I just, I would think that this might have shaken her up a little bit more. She seems to be, so what?
Like very casual toward the entire situation.
She seemed a little
And I-
fearful of using the gun again, but that's about it.
Well, see, guns and alcohol have never really been a great combination.
No.
All you need
Then
is
why is it the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms department?
all you need some fireworks.
Can I just say it?
That's because
Man,
it's
the
run by
things
our
you
government,
come
and
up
they
with,
Okay,
Bob.
they
well,
really
never
weren't
mind.
thinking when they
All
did
right,
that.
never mind.
I'm going to say what everybody's thinking.
I thought they all
I'm
went
going to
together.
say it.
Don't say it right now because I'm going to set it up for you. We were talking off the air about this earlier because we predicted yesterday that this would be a national news story.
Yep.
And it is. It, in
Yep.
fact, was.
Well, the Tonight Show.
It was picked up by the Associated Press. It was picked up in USA Today. It was picked up on the Tonight Show. And
Thanks to that one little fax from Muncie this week.
why? And we got talking about it first thing yesterday morning. The question is, why are people interested in stories like this? And I think the answer is what, Christy? I think you want to answer that question. Why do people love stories like this?
Because it makes our lives look so much better.
Yeah. It's a horrible thing to say.
And the other horrible thing to say is little Bonnie doesn't get it. She doesn't understand that,
it's not a good thing to shoot your toe off.
well, that and that people are getting a lot of humor out of her misfortune.
But she's laughing about it.
She
We
is
got
laughing.
Skinner on the phone.
Okay, good.
We do.
Lord deliver us.
Skinner!
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you.
How you doing?
See you all the time.
How you
Oh,
doing?
listen, thanks, Skinner. Hey, listen, we just found out this. We didn't see it on TV last night, but I guess Jay Leno on the Tonight Show was talking about your girlfriend,
Oh, really?
Bonnie, shooting her toe off.
Yeah, I missed that one then.
Now, did you? I gather that this happened about 6 o'clock in the evening on Sunday night or Monday night.
Monday night.
Monday night. Now, were you there when it happened?
Yeah, I was here, but I was laying down.
Yeah, Skinner's taking a nap. Remember?
Remember, because she went in and told him that she'd done it?
Said you were asleep on the couch.
Oh,
When they
sure.
told the
And
old
Skinner,
man,
what did you say?
your response was,
Boy, she woke me up, and she said, put the gun back up on the wall. And I said, what do you mean? She said, I just blew my toe off. And I looked down on the floor, and I saw the blood and that, and it made me mad. I grabbed the gun out of her hand, and I went in there and put it up all right.
Now, Skinner.
Then I had to mop up the blood.
Gee.
Now, Skinner was.
I'm learning way too much.
Skinner, was she? Did she have her shoe on, or was she barefoot? When she blew her toe off, did she have her shoe on?
No, she was barefoot.
No, she was barefooted.
She was barefooted. Okay.
In fact, I found the sock. And all right, she took her sock off. She evidently knew what she was going to do.
Yeah.
Was she intoxicated?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I just wondered if the .42 was
She drank over half a gallon.
We
Yeah.
were wondering if she ever gets very upset. She doesn't seem very upset. Was she upset when she told you about it?
No, she was kind of
Drunk.
pretty well cool-headed.
Yeah, really?
Did you have to?
I don't know if she was in shock or what, but if anybody was in shock, it was me.
Yeah. Now you called 911 and got the ambulance, I guess.
No, she went to the neighbor. I don't know if they called. She had Anita,
Oh, okay.
my next-door neighbor, and she called. And my biggest concern after I went to the hospital, I said, you didn't go in their house, did you? Because they got nothing but carpeting. And I said, if you did, then that carpeting is just blood track.
yeah, no, everyone remembers the carpet moratorium. They're not manufacturing
Right.
carpet anymore.
Yeah, well, it's like the OJ thing. There's blood all over the carpeting.
Right.
This woman could bleed to death.
Skinner,
over
can you hang on for just a second? We have Joe, the cab driver. We're going to get him on the line here. You'll be able to hear him and hear us too and talk. Okay.
All right, let me lock Skinner in here, and we get Joe.
I'm here.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
You're driving up there to pick up.
Skinner?
Yep, I'm on my way there. I'm
Yeah.
right about on 465 as we speak.
Okay, now you're gonna pick up Bonnie's teeth and deliver them now.
And
I'm
Skinner.
on where I am.
And Skinner. Skinner, do you have her teeth?
No, I got to look for them.
Oh.
They're in the house.
Yeah.
All right, well, look
Isn't there
for
a-
him. We're sending a cab over to your house so you can take the teeth over to Bonnie.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Now,
Yeah.
so we'll
you guys.
well, thank you. We'll call you
The
back.
only thing I regret,
Per-
now one of these days, I wish you guys had put out a listing of all your records.
Okay, we.
I'm an Elvis freak, and you guys do Elvis perfect.
Oh well, thanks.
Good Elvis.
Skinner, how old a guy are you, Skinner?
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
He didn't hear me. I'll ask him to talk to him
so
later.
long.
All right.
Okay.
And so long. Joe?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Good luck, Joe.
No problem. I'm going to call them, get the address. I'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Okay, I got-
I'll give you guys a call back.
All right.
We
thanks,
have
Joe.
the address. If you want to go on hold, Dean will give it to you.
Okay, now.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well,
Okay. Once again, a very
Wow.
bizarre story.
got to know the whole family.
God, I have a great life.
I'm glad they keep the guns right there on the wall.
I know.
So they
Put
can.
this back up on the
Now,
wall.
You never know what
once
you need.
again, the
And poor
story is.
Skinner had to clean up after.
Yeah.
Let's get the story from the top again. The woman is making national news now. She shot her toe off because she had a callus that was bothering her. She was a bit intoxicated. That was her boyfriend, and apparently her teeth are at his house.
I think they live together
Yeah.
in the same
It's
home.
their house, but he has to look
I think
for
it's his house. He said that I believe he said that her teeth
Oh,
are
maybe she
somewhere in
lives
my
with
house.
him, I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
But
He's
it's
looking for it.
somewhere in the house.
They're apparently not married at this point, but hey,
I got three words for you. Common law.
that's two words.
Two words.
Whatever.
Common law.
3 syllables, 2 words.
3 words.
Wow. No wonder.
How many years is that,
No
7?
wonder you two hit it off.
Oh.
Hey, baby. Well, you want to go over? You should go visit her, chick.
No, thank you very much.
I think she'd like it.
That was interesting. We have to move on and get some news headlines in here, don't we?
No.
Or do we have a sponsor?
have-
You know, I forgot this is a sponsored newscast.
What is?
We got a new client.
yeah, it is.
Got a new client, Pat. I know that you drink the occasional beer. I've seen you drinking a beer.
Like
Occasional.
beer?
You
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah. Well, Bob and I like the same brand. So.
Every once in a
right.
while,
Bud Light.
you guys have new beer out. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but
Oh, there's a new one?
yeah, it's really a great beer.
Hey, beer drinkers. Do you find that your beer not only fills you up, it binds you up? You need a beer that will help you loosen up. Introducing the beer that not only tastes great, it packs a mega high-fiber wallop. It's the first beer that's also a laxative.
Oh, no.
We call
Say
it
it ain't so.
Shats.
Oh, God. That's it.
S-H-A-T''S. Shats.
All the cats tip their hats to the man who's drinking Shats, the man who needs some fiber in his brew. Shats beer. When all is said and done, we're not yet number 1, but Shats is always number 2.
Hi, I'm Phil Throne from the Schatz Brewing Company. Pour yourself a Schatz and see why it's making a splash all over the country. Schatz, the laxative beer. Schatz is brewed with the highest quality hops and barley. Then we add our secret ingredient, whole kernel corn. Not too much, just a pinch. Every Schatz beer is fortified with 12 essential vitamins, so you're always guaranteed a good, healthy Schatz. Schatz is available in the 6-ounce little squirt or the 64-ounce big lager. And every Schatz is tapered at one end, so your can won't slam shut. We here at Schatz are saddened by the recent passing of Adolf Schatt, founder of the Schatt Family Brewery, better known as the Old Brick Schatt House. In fact, Adolf loved his beer so much, his last wish was to be interred in a giant vat of Schatz. So come on, when it's time to take a load off, crack open a Schatz.
You will say, hooray, 'cause relief is on its way. No more irregularity for you. Give a Schatz a pop, and soon you'll hear a plop. Schatz is nature's perfect brew. Schatz!
Don't just take any beer. Take a Schatz. And for you teetotalers, try our new high-fiber non-alcoholic beer. We call it O-Stools. O-Stools. Sample one today. And don't forget Schatz Light, Schatz Dark. And for those with diverticulitis, proctitis, and polyposis, doctors direct them to try new Schatz Red. Schatz Beer, a division of Frigamel Industries, Flushing, New York.
I guess we missed that one, Bob.
That's so deep at the end, Ed.
Yeah, Shat's red. Look for the red stool on the.
I really don't think that's
the
a
label.
woman's beer. I don't think you see a lot of women drinking that.
I think so.
Good morning. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We did.
You need a
We don't
Shat's
talk
light.
about
That's what you
ours.
need.
Shat's light, sure.
Then a woman will go for
Yeah.
We
it.
don't talk about things like that.
Yes, you do.
Just stool softeners. You
I'm
heard
sorry.
that? What is that commercial all about?
That's what that commercial is apparently.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's funny. We were talking with the Muncie woman who shot her toe off.
Bonnie?
National news, and we found out what Jay Leno's joke was. It was a slightly cleaner version of the one I had done yesterday morning.
Slightly. That is a good thing. As
She said she shot her toe off because she had a callus on it and it hurt real bad. And I said it was lucky
There's
she didn't.
no reason to
she didn't
review
have,
yours.
Have vaginal warts.
Thanks.
Jay's, well, Jay's wasn't that much better. He said it was lucky she didn't have hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Shot her ass off.
Well, we're going to take a break and come right back with some actual news and stuff. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
295, you're with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Good morning. Quick Q95 forecast from Pat Carlini. Pat?
We have some snow outside right now,
Yeah,
so we'll
we
have
do.
some flurries off and on today and tonight, and this will continue the same kind of weather through Sunday, so much colder than our record high 73
Snowing
yesterday.
sideways here, Pat.
We will be giving away some
snow.
tickets to either AC/DC or Rod Stewart in just a few minutes, so hang around for that. We'll do it in Q95 probably in about 5 or 10 minutes.
All
okay?
right. Maybe longer.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, and we have been speaking in the last half hour with the woman who is now famous nationwide for shooting her toe off. Happens to be here in the central Indiana area, Bonnie Booth. We spoke to her yesterday morning, and the story was picked up and is now a national news story. Bonnie sounds fine. We're going to be talking to her again later. She didn't have her teeth. Her teeth apparently were at her boyfriend's house. We have sent a cab to go pick up the teeth, and they're going to be delivered.
And her boyfriend, because her boyfriend hasn't been able to visit her in the
Her
hospital.
boyfriend is going to go visit her in the
Yeah.
hospital finally.
He had
Skinner.
to,
Skinner.
He had to shave first.
So did her.
Just grabbing a shave right now.
Okay.
Foot doctor, line one.
Foot doctor.
Foot doctor, line one. Okay. Morning, Bob and Tom Show. Who's this? Dr. Scholl?
No, yeah, doctor.
Sorry.
Bet you never hear that, do you?
Sorry.
All right, never get that one.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I would imagine
You
in the
have
foot
been
doctor
just full
trade,
of
the
great
Excuse me, doctor.
Poor lady's going to have a rough time in her life. Really, a prosthesis is not practical, but what's normally done is a molded shoe with a filler in it, and that will help maintain her balance. And that's
Now,
depending on exactly where she shot her big toe off, at what point or what joint. It's going to really affect her balance. So
now, let me ask you something, doctor. Is the small toe more vital than the big one, or is there?
you mean
The
baby
little
toe?
the baby
number 5?
The number 5.
Oh, number 5.
No function. It's useless.
Oh, so that one comes off, no big deal.
No big deal. No, big toe is the main one, and especially as it connects to the foot is where you wouldn't want it to come off, because that would be where most of the balance occurs.
Yeah,
She had a little bit left, a little bit of toe.
Little bit of, yeah, now, judging by the blood alcohol content and obviously drinking appears to be a big hobby of Bonnie's, I imagine that for her, balance is kind of second nature.
Good point. Excellent point.
I got a feeling she kind of
yeah, right. Balance is going to become more of a problem.
she's kind of grooving through life in her own special way.
Exactly. Well, I wish the poor lady well. I really do.
I got to ask you another question.
Yes.
Doctor, since you deal with feet all the time, this is a true story, and I want to ask you if you can help me with this. I was at Disney World several years ago, and on our annual spring trip, and my wife's godmother lost her glasses.
Yes.
So I went to the Lost and Found at Disney World, which is it's by the main train center there.
Yes,
when you first
I've
up
been
the main parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
I go into the Lost and Found, and I asked for if they had found any glasses. The guy brought out a bag, probably had 20, 30 pairs of glasses in it, found Betty's glasses. While I was there, I asked the guy if they ever got any unusual stuff at the Lost and Found, figuring they'd probably get a lot of wigs and stuff.
Right.
He told me they get a lot of wigs, a lot of teeth, and a lot of artificial limbs. Now,
Wouldn't you?
wouldn't
Wouldn't
you know if you didn't have the left foot?
Jim, you want to hop into the ride here?
I would imagine it. They probably have it attached to the wheelchair or whatever, and the limb just fell off. It was like a whole leg. And,
there you go.
yeah,
That would work.
and that's what happened. They didn't even realize it had fallen off when they were in the wheelchair. So
I see. Just
that
one.
is bizarre, though. But
Okay.
anyway,
Hate to lose it on the
pass
jungle.
that on, and
Wait. Before you go,
Yes.
can we ask what the traditional treatment for removing a callus might
Well,
be?
that kind of puzzles me. I'm not sure exactly what she had, but I've heard the word callus. She might have had, terribly ingrown toenail, or it could have been
something else that had been bothering her for a long, long time and very painful to her, in spite of the fact that she was, you wouldn't think she was in much pain with the amount of alcohol that
Yeah, no kidding.
But
Like the
it
Princess
would
and
be
the
hard
Pea.
for me to believe that she'd shoot her toe off for a callus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're surprised
I don't know
too.
what the lady's problem was, but
So you could just have that removed easily, right?
well, sure, it could be shaved down and made more comfortable, but it sounds a little bizarre. There's more to it, I think, than what we really know.
Well, thanks,
Thank you.
Doctor.
Thanks for your
Well,
time.
my pleasure.
Okay.
I wish you well.
Yeah, wait,
Bye.
You guys are doing a good job.
Is there like a phrase that the podiatrists use like every day for what's the one about teeth that you always use, Chick?
Be true to your teeth, or they'll be false to you. Yeah,
Is there a
or,
phrase that you
an apple a day keeps the doctor away?
Is there one that you use for feet for people?
Yeah, yes. Limp in, leap out.
That's very nice.
And what's your name, Doctor?
Dr. Benish.
Dr.
Thank you
Benish.
very
Thank you,
much,
Doctor.
Thanks.
We certainly appreciate that,
Live
Dr.
in and
Benish.
very funny.
Limp in,
Leap out. You should write all these down just so I remember them.
You know, we could do a whole show of businesses and their slogans. Remember we did that one day?
Yeah, we did. It was actually very enjoyable.
We got some great ones, but that's limp in, leap out.
So they shave those down.
Oh, yeah,
Let's see,
calluses.
Yeah.
When I was in gymnastics, I used to get on my hands all the time. I always had to shave them. Always.
Speaking of shaving, I'm glad you brought that up, Pat.
Oh, yeah?
Another thing we're doing here in the Bob and Tom program, we are bringing in a professional waxing person.
Pat.
Oh, boy.
And Chick is going to have the tuft. Chick, would you mind showing Pat your tuft?
Oh, my tuft.
Chick
You're
has a
gonna
tuft
get
of hair
waxed?
above the crack of his buttocks.
Oh, please.
See that?
It's not that much, though, really.
But there's a little patch
It's gonna
there.
feel like a full head of hair when that
Christy,
wax comes
excuse me.
ripping it off.
Christy, that's not.
Thus, your enjoyment.
Do you have that much hair in your inner thigh?
No.
Because if you have that much hair in your
Which
inner
means for a
thigh.
guy, no.
Now, Pat, would
No.
you mind? Would you mind? You'd be wearing, of course, a full bikini. If we had a professional person wax you on the
Now
air.
this would maybe do you do the TV. This would make like a Health Matters or whatever
There
that,
you go,
that
yeah.
station calls
Health
whatever
segment.
that you're doing.
Oh, I can
don't-
see it now. Pat's TV producer. They're going to be waxing Pat's what on television?
Hey, is it sweeps week? We're in.
This needs to be a 3-camera shot.
I've had my eyebrows waxed before.
See?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
not
that was
bad.
crazy.
See, I like it when ladies wax their eyebrows and then draw them on way too high so they constantly look amazed.
Yeah, the ultimate of surprise.
Wow.
You know, now they can
What do you
tattoo
mean?
those on, Jake.
Yep.
Excuse me. What do you mean you had your eyebrows waxed?
Well, not all of them, but just
your
like they
eyebrows
take
are so
the-
blonde you can't even see them anyway.
Well, I know, but you get stray hairs, and they used to pluck them. You know, back in the 60s
stray
and
hair.
70s, you had the real thin brows. Remember
Sure.
that? You know, it was like the thing
No.
to do. And so we'd pluck our eyebrows real thin, and I just waxed them all.
So did you do this by yourself? Or did
yeah,
it,
yeah. See, I can handle all that stuff. I can needles and blood, and it just doesn't bother me a bit.
Ugh, man, not me.
So would you allow? Would
So
you?
have you had the bikini
Would
wax
you allow
done?
a professional
Well,
to do a
that's
bikini
kind
wax
of a
on the
sensitive
air?
area. I don't know about that.
Well,
that
we don't
would
need to get
hurt.
too personal.
No, I mean, it's real.
See, I
Your
have
skin
real-
there is just
yeah,
real.
I have really sensitive skin
Yeah.
everywhere. Anyway,
You don't
I'm
so
really
it's-
sensitive. Period.
Me too.
Not only my skin,
For
but-
example.
My skin gets really.
Well, since you
irritated.
ladies apparently won't do it, we have had several volunteers. Dear Bob and Tom,
Yeah.
I'm interested in volunteering for your waxing on the air. I'm 26 years old and I have factory hair.
Oh.
Factory air, of course. Once
My
again,
goodness.
the little space between the front
Yeah.
right there,
Right there.
right there in the old prime time.
We call that in golf time the sweet spot.
Oh, jeez. All right. Just go. So she says she's willing to do this.
Thank
So
you.
we'll be doing some waxing on the air. Okay, well, I'm sorry. We have to get to some news. We're hoping to speak again to our cab driver who is going to be delivering the teeth to
Joe.
Bonnie. Joe.
Joe, our cab driver,
Okay.
and Skinner.
And Skinner, her
I wonder
boyfriend.
if his first name's Leonard.
You should have asked him that, Bob.
Now, is that a nickname or is that his nickname? I was glad.
You know it is. And if you play Freebird, they're both going to stand up. Okay.
Well,
National anthem.
I just want to say
Like
this.
Elvis, though.
If Bonnie doesn't have a radio in her room, that's one less listener for the country station this morning.
Can we do news now? No.
I'm sure they'll hand
We have
deliver
to take a
her.
break again.
Hand deliver her a ratings book
Yeah.
for doing that with everyone else.
Oh my.
That's perfectly legal.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
You haven't opened your mail lately. That's certainly a legitimate ethical thing. It's time for the news, Christy.
No, we're going to take a break.
Not.
Oh, we're taking a break?
Uncle Bob.
Yes, Uncle Bob's in
cutting us
charge.
off.
Uncle Bob's driving.
Uncle Bob's driving.
We'll come right back. You're listening to Bob and Tom.
Indiana paging.
It's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I'll be darned.
How'd that get over here? Well, it is kind of a bloody story.
Dr. Ian Epperon, the village geneticist.
Oh, man, you don't even deserve
You
it.
are like preoccupied. I agree with Christy. This bloody thing is really...
Woo! That's red.
What's wrong with you these days?
I'm beginning to wonder myself.
Yeah.
Nothing? No.
I think it's time for an
We're getting
intervention.
closer. We're getting
That's what
closer
I
to
think
the
you need a
millennium.
colonic.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen,
You need cleansed.
do you know what I found?
No, what?
I got the number of the enema lady.
Did you really?
The coffee enema lady. We're going to interview her.
Oh, that's right. Colonics are illegal here, aren't
What
they?
coffee enema lady?
The one that we were talking about. Remember the whole coffee enema bit we did? That was based on a news story.
Yeah, that was actually happened. It happened in the late 80s, didn't it?
I wrote that thing.
Well, Steve McQueen tried to do that
I
to save
remember
his
that.
life.
After reading
Yeah.
about the coffee enemas. That's how that whole thing started, and then we got
You
together.
got a hold of her number.
Well, we got a number of someone that does coffee enemas. I just got it yesterday. I'm so
Well, there's a
excited.
famous person that likes to give coffee enemas, isn't there, Bob?
Is there?
Yeah, it was in that book. You'll never make love in this town again.
yeah.
Oh, Gavin McLeod. Yeah.
No, Vanna White's husband.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
What?
Oh, yeah, they really
Bob, would you
nailed
like
him.
to explain?
They nailed him.
Would you like to buy a bowel?
I'm done.
Wheel of feces.
We're all done.
I'm done, and I haven't even started.
Started yet.
We better take a break. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Tonight on 6 News at 5:30.
At 9:03 at WFBQ Indianapolis, Q95. You're
I'll
with
go
Bob
with
and Tom.
What do you mean I can't talk this break?
You can't talk, period.
Shut up.
Well, I'd like to see you try and turn up.
Tom?
Bob is the all-powerful
Bob and Tom Show
Bob.
brought to you by the Welliver family of dealerships.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Hello.
February 29th, 8 p.m. Is that tomorrow? Yes,
Yes, it is.
The Fat Lady Sings on the tax sale. It's overdone, kaput, complete.
Today's the 28th.
Tomorrow's the 29th.
I said February 29th at 8 p.m.
I thought you said 28th.
That's the
I
problem.
got it.
Don't lose out. No reasonable offer will be refused on all new, used, off-lease, hard-to-find 4x4s. Drive a little, save a lot. Because Welliver doesn't want to pay the tax man. Well, who the hell does? $3.5 million worth of inventory.
I
Welliver, Chevrolet, Geo, Lebanon, Mooresville, and Welliver Olds Pontiac GMC in Martinsville. That's Welliver. Visit them today.
Thanks a lot, Shane.
Free T-shirt.
Okay, got more of those
No,
tickets
they
coming up to give
don't.
away later on this morning. Be listening for that. Good morning. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
We need a
and,
cab update.
We got to get a cab update. A couple things we got to find out. Now, tomorrow is February 29th.
Yeah, it's a leap year.
Leap year, leap day.
Leap
I have
day.
a question.
We're going to
Yep.
be leaping?
Now,
You know, it's the shortest day of the year.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's the shortest day of the year.
You are such a tool.
Shortest
not?
day of the year
No.
is December 22nd.
the longest.
my question is this.
No,
That's
it's
the
not. That's
longest
in
it is.
Excuse me,
June.
I have an intelligent question.
Go ahead.
Is it correct that they're not going to have a February 29th in the year 2000?
Well, I checked on all the calendars.
They adjusted or something?
I have an electronic calendar that goes to whatever, and
Right.
it shows the 29th in the year 2000.
Now, is that a rumor? Does anyone know the answer to this? I heard that there's some kind of atomic clock adjustment, and they were going to skip the
A whole
29th
day?
to make up for a
No, they never
century.
skip a whole day. Like
No.
No?
seconds or
I
something.
think
They
that's a
skip a
rumor.
second. Remember, they skipped a second on New Year's Day that one time.
Rotation, not the clock, but the rotation of us around the sun.
Oh.
Not the clock itself.
So will there be a February 29th in the year?
The sun goes around us.
2000?
Everyone knows that. Don't make jokes like that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot our.
Oh, man.
we
I
have
am a member of the
our
Flat Earth
in-house,
Society.
Our in-house astronomer, Dr. Uranus, is here.
That's right. Everyone knows. Then
I'd be curious to find that out, Dean. Do you know?
Quick cabbie update.
Oh.
I talked to Joe, our cab driver, a few
Right.
minutes ago. He's still probably about 10 minutes away.
Okay, now,
okay.
All right.
What
Thank
we
you.
are doing is we are, as you may have heard about this news story. It was a national news story. It's made the Tonight Show last night. We were, of course, on it first thing yesterday morning. The woman, Bonnie Booth, who we've spoken to a couple times, Bonnie shot her toe off because she had a callus that was bothering her. Bonnie was intoxicated at the time. And
Heavily.
although apparently she's quite the drinker, she had a .42 blood
holds her
alcohol
alcohol
content.
well,
yes,
apparently, right?
but she does not have her teeth. Bonnie's 38 years old, does not have her teeth, so we have sent a cab to pick up
Her boyfriend.
her boyfriend who has her teeth. And we're going
No.
as a good
Delivered.
Samaritan.
He
thing.
was looking for
Now,
him.
can we...
Skinner said he had looked all around there yesterday and could not find her teeth. He thinks that there's a possibility they took them out in the ambulance and forgot to give them to her.
Oh, so he meant... Well, then we've got...
This is a wild goose chase.
He's going to look again today, though.
Well, we're
So
still
he
but-
did want to go to the hospital visit.
Well, can we possibly make arrangements to pick up some flowers Could we buy them over the phone or something? Because I think we should do something nice for Bonnie.
We can have
we should send flowers.
No, but I mean, could we have
nice Muncie florist might want
Could we have Joe pick them up? Perhaps if someone wanted to call us, we could organize that.
And Joe can stop by on his way to the hospital. That's good.
That'd be because if we don't have her teeth, the whole point of this mission is sort of lost. Although she is dropping off the boyfriend.
Although she looks like a bonbon eater to me.
A bonbon eater.
Well, sure.
I think Christy brings up an excellent point.
Should we call Bonnie and ask her what she'd like?
I think Bonnie would like a big screen TV and a VCR.
And a bottle of vodka.
I know she'd like that.
And a couple smokes.
First of all, excuse me, she can't smoke.
A deck of Luckies and a fifth of vodka. And
she can't smoke in the hospital.
I
don't want to be responsible in any way for supporting her alcohol habit.
Well, she's going to continue it, whether you support her or not.
Well, fine. I don't want to be part of that. We have offered to get her a videotape of the Tonight Show last night in which she was mentioned by Jay Leno. She is in USA Today this morning.
I think we should kick in a VCR. She said she didn't have a VCR. She was going to go rent a VCR.
Why?
I don't have a VCR. Why don't you give me a VCR?
Does this mean someone's going to shoot their whole leg off so they can get a big screen TV?
Wouldn't that be awful?
Well, Bob and Tom got Bonnie a VCR. I'm going to shoot my leg off. Get a big screen TV.
That'll be a 50-incher.
Maimings across the country.
I don't think we should encourage. I thought maybe some flowers.
Shoot my ass off and get a rear projection.
Once again, I take my hat off to you, Bob DeLoy.
Well, I'm sorry. Was it time for sports?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh, is
Well,
it?
sure it is.
A quick review of the sporting
I thought
scene.
we were on...
Unless you want me to talk about these Japanese dieting secrets.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, they're tying tape around their hands or something?
You read Newsweek too, don't you, Chick?
Yeah,
I'm very impressed.
I was
last night.
By the way, I was thinking about Bonnie.
Did you see the picture of Pat Buchanan on Newsweek?
Yes.
He looks
cover?
like a monster.
He does. Have you seen the cover?
No, who
of
did it?
Newsweek?
The guy that did the OJ
OJ
cover on
Sprout?
time?
I don't know. It's like...
Let me go get it real quick while you
scary.
talk
He
about Bonnie.
scared me. I got it in the... It's like, Anyway, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was thinking about Bonnie.
Yeah.
Who once again shot her toe off with a shotgun. Incidentally. Because she was trying to remove a callus or...
Callus on her big toe.
Yeah. I have a general rule. When I have something removed from my body, I don't want to hear the word pull.
Unless it's my
Just
finger.
before. Kind of a click. All right, here we go. The cover of Newsweek.
Look at that.
It says, Preaching Fear, Why America's Listening. It's a picture of Pat Buchanan looking like a...
Devil.
Let's see that.
Doesn't he?
They got him lit so that it's a pretty unattractive picture.
There is hilarious... Here, let me see that. There's a hilarious editorial cartoon in there. It's just...
That's the best thing about Newsweek, that front cartoons. Those are great.
Well, while he's looking for that, thousands of otherwise clear-thinking adults in Tokyo are tossing centuries of nutritional wisdom out the window and have been buying up all the surgical tape they can find on the theory that wrapping strips of the stuff around their fingers will trigger weight loss spots, making them slim down without dieting or exercise. It's a fad that most doctors, Eastern and Western alike, won't even dignify with a comment. But that hasn't stopped magazine articles and TV talk shows from encouraging the idea, complete with before and after photos of alleged success stories. The only good news about all of this is the biggest surgical tape manufacturer in Japan reports tape sales have more than quadrupled since the frenzy began.
They probably started the rumor.
Michael Jackson, is that how this thing started with Michael Jackson and the tape?
They've got thin tape, but...
Yeah.
Or around what, like their knuckles and stuff?
Yeah, around their fingers.
Perhaps if they put it around their mouths.
Yeah, tape your mouth shut.
How very weird.
Yes, very weird.
The first cartoon, it's Pat Buchanan saying, I'm attracting a broad coalition. And the next cartoon, it says, okay, it's mainly angry white guys, but there are a few broads in the crowd. It's wonderful.
Wow.
Okay. All right, maybe it is angry white guys. But
I'm
still.
sorry, it's time for sports with Chick McGee. What's going on, Chick?
Well, the Bulls last night keep on winning. Their 50th win last night in 56 games. One game better than the 1982-83 Philadelphia 76ers. They beat the Timberwolves 120-99. Michael had 35. Indiana got 27 from Rick Smits. 101-87 win over Portland at Market Square Arena. The Pacers, Mark Jackson's 15 assists last night. Danny Ferry's 24 points led the Cavaliers over the Golden State Warriors 92-80. The Cavs won 10-12. Miami beat New Jersey 93-90. Charlotte 88. Milwaukee 84. Houston 105. Toronto 100. Philly 121. Dallas 115. Denver beat Washington 96-92. And the Clippers 95. San Antonio 90. College hoops, number one, Kentucky won its 24th straight game, thumping Auburn 88-73. Tony Delk scored 15 for the Wildcats, who are one win away from becoming the first team in 40 years to go undefeated in the SEC.
Really, that long?
Yep. Number 6, Villanova beat Boston College 76-71. Providence upsets number 8, Georgetown 84-77. And number 13, Wake Forest beat number 19, North Carolina 84-60. It wasn't that close. Brett Hull is smiling as wide as the Gateway Arch, the memorial to Jefferson expansion of the Westward Ho. That's right. The
What are you talking about?
St. Louis
Talking
Blues.
about the arch in St. Louis.
Right
No, he's
winger.
talking about the arch, but what's with the whole
Westward
Jefferson
Ho?
thing?
It's the actual name of it is the Jefferson Memorial to Westward Expansion, I think, is what it is. I don't know if there's Ho
Have you
in
been
there.
up in
or
it?
not. I have been up in it. It's a little
okay.
capsule. You go up in it. And
Yes. There are restaurants
How
at the
much
top?
trouble do
No.
you get in if you fly through it?
Big
A lot.
trouble.
Big.
I believe they've had some guys.
I think that's a federal offense.
Huge.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wayne Gretzky is now a St. Louis Blue. The Blues give up youth for the greatest player to wear NHL skates. Heading to L.A. are left winger.
They can have him like shoot a puck through the
Craig Johnson and
Should have fucked
centers
through what? The arch?
arch.
Patrice Tardif and Roman
That'd make a nice
Volpato.
PR publicity
Sure.
photo,
That'd be a
wouldn't
good
it?
photo.
Gretzky, in explaining the trade, says he goes wherever the Rams go. That's his favorite team. Hockey scores. Detroit beat the Isles 6-2. Washington 5, Rangers 3. Edmonton beat Boston 4-3 in overtime. Pittsburgh beat Vancouver 7-4.
Janet's probably going, I'm not moving to St. Louis.
Janet, yeah. I bet she is.
Aren't any shops in St. Louis. I love L.A.
It's a beautiful city, St. Louis.
Damn right it is.
Hello.
What are you doing back, Mo?
Where's Pat?
She left. You know she's only here for an hour every day.
Oh, fine.
You get one window. You missed it.
Work. How does she do it?
Yeah.
I think it keeps her busy, keeps her out of here.
Well, let us stop by briefly. I wanted to say hi to everyone.
When you're right, you're right. Did you think that or say it? I think he thought it really, really loud, is what I'm thinking.
Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead, Mo.
Oh, man.
What were you going to tell us?
I had a couple of questions for you.
For who, Pat?
No, well, since she's not here,
Oh, it's a girl thing.
she's trying to avoid me since I've given her the vibe.
So now I have to take up the slack, huh?
Oh.
Well, I'm glad you heard that it had a little slack in it, Christy. I'm kind of
Oh,
proud
please.
of that.
That
Yeah.
weather-beaten.
Short little towel head, you. Come on, go ahead.
Short of stature, but I've never had any complaints in that department.
Suppose you never had any.
Why are you here?
Well, I had a question for you.
What?
Yeah.
How can you tell when a leper has been using your shower?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. How can you tell when a leper's been using your shower?
The soap's bigger. You bastard.
I salute you, Mohandas Gandhi. You're so bigger.
Disgusting.
Just disgusting.
Oh, man.
You are a sick
Shut your mouth.
man.
I have got to get a new roommate.
Yes.
No wonder that place was so cheap.
Oh, no wonder you smell.
Before I go, I don't know if you heard this, but Michael Jackson did not have a date on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Too bad.
Yeah, it was a school night.
Oh, you bastard! Get out! I hate you. Just get out.
Are you done? Get out of here.
Get out of here, Mike.
Well, then this subject will be a welcome respite. What's my favorite?
Sports oddities?
No, it is not sports oddity. I could not find
Oh,
any
it's
damn
very
sports
exciting.
oddity.
Yeah,
Is that Paul?
That was Joan Osborne again.
Sounds like Paul
Sorry.
Abdul. That's not Paul
Yeah.
All right, this is getting confusing. You guys are talking about leap day, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we've had conflicting reports of why this is, but apparently there will be a leap, or no, there will not be a leap day in the year 2000.
Why not?
I don't know. Talk to the lady on line one. She's got one explanation.
All right, let's find out. Morning, Bob and Tom Show. Who's this?
Hi, this is Bobby.
Hey,
Hi,
Bobby. Now, tomorrow's leap day. The 29th of February comes once every 4 years.
Yes, it's also my boyfriend's mother's birthday.
Okay, now someone told me yesterday that there's not going to be one 4 years from tomorrow. Is that correct?
Well, I have this book, and it's Amazing Tales from Indiana.
Uh-huh.
And it says in here that century years not divisible by 4 are not leap years.
Century years.
Yeah.
Not divisible by 4.
Because this woman was...
2000.
2000 dividable by...
Hold it. What they're saying is years like 17, 18, 1900.
Right.
As opposed to 1600 and 2000. The first two numbers.
Okay, well, this is confusing.
Because in this book it says that this woman was born in 1896. So her first birthday anniversary would have been February 29th, 1900. But it says century years not divisible by 4 are not leap years, so she had to wait until 1904 to have her first official birthday. So it says that she was a member of the 8 Years Without a Birthday Club founded in 1964, and they had 155 charter members. And the first, or the Hoosier that first celebrated his 8-year birthday died March 19th, 1975.
Okay, well,
At the age of 7.
Yes.
See, I'm confused because
All
20
right.
is divided by 4.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
But they're just saying that 0, 0 is not divisible by 4.
Sure it is.
No.
Isn't 0 an even number?
0 is no number.
0 is no number, but 1900 isn't.
4 into 0 is 0.
But they don't.
What's the tangent of
Well, that's interesting. We'll investigate. We'll find out.
you.
We'll
Thank
I
you,
appreciate
Bobby.
the call.
That was nice.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I think the problem is that the sun, which is eaten by a dragon every evening, is...
Is that the red dragon, you think?
That goes...
Not every fourth year would be a leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, centennial years are leap years only if they can be divided evenly by 400.
Ah! Yeah, because I divided by 4 and into 1900, and that was 475.
Therefore, the year 2000 will be one of those rare leap years. Okay, so it will be a leap year. Does that make sense?
It will be a leap year or it won't be a leap year?
I guess it will be.
It says it's one of those rare occurrences.
Where it will be a leap year.
Yes.
Because you can divide 400 into
Yeah, it's like 50, right?
the year 2000.
Sure.
Right.
How many zeros are there?
Right. I mean, that's
What our
easy.
caller was just saying
Is that 1900 was not a leap year?
Because 1900 is
Yeah,
not.
okay, but that means 2000
Divisible by 400.
will be.
What she
Are
was
we
saying
right about that
makes
then?
sense in that
Right.
regard.
So
Okay, so
they're-
we're all right now. We will have a leap year in
We will
2000.
have a leap day, but yeah.
Okay.
If it were 2100, we would not.
So
Thank you.
Most of us
Okay.
will not be around
I won't be here
for
that.
February 29th, 2100.
No.
And if we are, I wonder if we'll make a rap album like that French woman.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 2100, what? We'd be 150, give or take a bunch of years.
I'd be 147.
Well, maybe
I'll be dust.
by 2100, that would be an acceptable lifespan. You never know.
Yeah.
Remember, Mr. Burns was frozen.
That's
and his
right.
head was kept alive in a tube. And
Is that sports?
Yeah.
You know what they sang at Walt Disney's funeral?
Christy!
No, what did they?
What they say at Walt Disney's funeral.
Freeze a jolly good fellow.
Freeze a jolly good fellow.
Free. Christy.
4 Canadian inventors have patented a new type of sports trading card that will talk using a special computer sound chip.
They
The voice
tried
will
this.
be activated by squeezing part of the card lightly, kind of like on greeting cards.
They
have some
tried
of those.
this with a... it was like a 45 RPM record or something, or that you could do it when... It wasn't that long ago, but they didn't sell very well. But
Really?
This is like a
Talking-
computer.
This is like a baseball card?
Yeah, a baseball card that will talk to you. It's got a computer chip in it.
Well, for modern baseball players, all we'll do is whine about its salary.
Yeah, oh well, okay.
Good point.
Or if it's like Shaq, it'll do a rap for it. Boom, 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 boom.
Hold on. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, hello, Bob and Tom.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm in charge of marketing here, Topps Cards.
The Topps baseball cards?
Yes, you are interested in our talking cards?
What's this year? What is this? 4 Canadian inventors apparently have. Christy said it's some kind of a sports trading card that'll talk with some kind of computer sound chip
Oh,
in
it's
it.
amazing. It's very impressive.
Well, what are you going to have the card say?
Well, we've actually got a lot of different models, different sports, baseball, basketball, football, that type of thing. And if you'd like, I could actually put on one of the talking cards to talk to you.
Sure, which sports figure will we be talking to?
Let's see what I have handy here. I've got the Wilt Chamberlain card.
Oh, I'd love
Very
to hear
popular.
that. I didn't know he had a new card.
Hold on, I'll let you
All right.
Okay.
Squeeze it.
What's your name, bitch?
That cuts right to it. There must not be a lot of space for speech because they economize that.
Probably have to limit it to 7 seconds.
Can we try a different card?
You want to be number 35,412?
So be the
so it says
Chamberlain
more
card.
than one thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
would you gentlemen like to try a different card?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let me I'll throw the card up and see if you can identify the player.
Oh,
okay.
all right.
This is
That's
great.
a good idea.
This is
All right.
these are talking sports trading cards.
I consider myself...
Oh, that's Lou Gehrig.
The Lou Gehrig
Larry
card.
Gehrig.
Man. On the face of the earth.
That's great.
That'd be Lou Gehrig.
Oh, that's very good.
I thought they would just be cards, where the guys give their stats. I'm
Yeah, let's try another one. Can we...
sure, hang on.
Barry Bonds, and I... Never mind.
Hey, bitch, you get that cat.
Albert Bell.
Your ass, I got
That'd be Albert Bell.
That was Albert Bell, exactly right.
Very, very good. That's
Okay.
All right, let's try and see if you know this one.
All right.
Oh, jeez, my ass itches.
That'd be
George Brett.
George Brett.
That's very good.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's...
A lot of these recordings were very difficult to obtain.
I can imagine.
bet.
Can we try one more?
Oh, sure. Hang on
All right.
a second.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Kevin. Come on.
Oh, that could be a number
Art
of
Schleister.
That could be a lot of people, but I would go with Art Schleister. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that was Pete Rose.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, okay, well, yeah, sorry.
I thought you had that one.
All right, well, can we try one more, please?
Let's see. Yeah, let us think for a minute.
All right. Well, just hit the button. You don't have to think at all, do you?
Well, I tried to find another one. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
These are all sports trading cards.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down.
We're going down.
That must be Roberto Clemente.
Oh, my
Man.
God. Oh, man.
You didn't say these were demonic cards. I don't know that I want my kids playing with these cards.
Well, those are very nice. Those are very nice trading cards.
Can we try one more?
Well, let me try this one more here.
Okay. Go ahead.
Who would that be?
Who was that?
That was anyone Cleveland Indians.
Oh, now we're done.
Go ahead. Can we do one more, please?
All right, let's try this one.
All right. That's Hideo Nomo, isn't it?
Fine.
All right, never mind.
Wow.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, would you look at the size? Look at the size of the hooters on that.
That could be anybody.
That smell. Oh, jeez, the smell.
Who's that?
Oh, man. Who in the world was that?
That was Joe DiMaggio.
I'm out of here, man.
That's it. Well, we must take a short break and get out of here. We'll take a breather and come right back. You're listening to the Bob and Tom Show.
There's only one place.
Tom, good morning.
Congratulations to Joni Moriarty. She won herself some tickets. You get your choice of AC/DC or Rod Stewart, so be listening for your chance to win more of those on Q95. The sun's out now, but it's pretty cool outside still. About 26 degrees at our Fall Creek studios here at Q95. Temperatures falling throughout the day. It's going to be cold overnight, maybe down as low as 10 or 15 degrees. Sunny tomorrow, but high of only about 30 degrees, okay?
All right.
This is the Bob and Tom program, and we are on a mission this morning. We are trying to get some teeth to Bonnie. Bonnie is in the hospital. She shot her toe off.
On the news line, we do have Joe, the cab driver, with Skinner.
Okay, good.
Okay, hold on. Joe, good morning.
Hey, we're here, Bob. Tom.
Are you at the hospital?
No, I just picked him up. He's in the car if you want to speak to him.
Hey,
You
Joe.
wouldn't believe the number of people that have been flashing lights, waving, blowing horns on... I guess I'm the only yellow cab in the city.
Okay. Well,
Really?
thanks, Joe. We appreciate you doing this. Now, you have...
No problem. You want to speak to Mr. Skinner?
Yeah, please.
Just a second.
Now, this is the boyfriend of
Hey, we're on our way.
All right, did you
I've
find...
had phone calls. They said you're a celebrity now.
Skinner,
did you find the teeth?
Yes.
You found the teeth.
All right.
I got them. I got the polygrip, too.
All right.
Now, Skinner, now, Skinner, we're trying to figure something out. Skinner is sure...
We're just out there with, about 3 more minutes or about 5 minutes.
From the hospital. Did you guys get time?
Hospital now.
Did you get time to buy any flowers?
No.
How about a little Salsa Blue to clean them up?
No.
Oh, doggone it.
Oh.
Now, let me ask you this. Is Skinner your nickname, or is that your real name?
Huh?
Bob wanted to know...
What makes the difference? It's my nickname.
Okay, because Bob wanted to know if it was like Leonard Skinner. Like the rock band?
Oh, doggone it.
Okay, no, okay.
He didn't have my talent.
Now, Skinner...
I'm an Elvis.
Oh, Elvis Skinner.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Presley freak.
Okay, well, that's good. That's cool. Now, your girlfriend, Bonnie, once again shot her foot or her toe off to take off this callus she had on it. She's made the national news this morning.
Yeah.
And we are just trying to help we sent this cab up to pick you up, and you're taking the teeth. Do you have the teeth in some kind of, is there a special holder?
I got the, no, I don't.
What are they in?
I'm laying all on the dresser.
Now, what do you have them in now? Are they in a bag?
I brought her polygrip.
Are the
Super
teeth in,
polygrip?
what are the teeth in? Is what my question is. Are the teeth in something?
No.
They're in your pocket?
No. They was laying on the dresser.
Well, did you put them in a bag?
I through everything that she said that they was in, and they wasn't in it, and then I happened to see them on the dresser.
Oh, great.
But so you just got them in your pocket
they're
then?
dirty teeth.
Well, be sure to rinse them off, okay?
Well, they'll have to do that at the hospital.
Yeah.
We're at the hospital now.
Okay, well, when you
Just getting ready to pull in.
Okay, when you get there, will you call us back? We're going to put you on hold, give you the number.
All right.
Okay,
I
thanks.
got a number.
Okay,
We'll call you
we'll
back.
call you
Call
back.
them and Bonnie's
All right.
Okay, fine. So our mission of mercy is working out. We're delivering the teeth.
We've also got on the hotline, we've got Jackie from the Flower Bin in Muncie, and they're going to help us out, I think.
Oh, wait. Okay, here we
Okay.
go. Jackie?
Yeah.
Hi, good morning.
Bob and Tom here. Jackie, how are you?
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah.
Can you arrange for some flowers for Bonnie?
Sure.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Now, is there anything that one can do that would be clever when... Can you do something with, like, 9.5 flowers?
9.5 flowers.
9.
One for the toe
You
that's
guys don't
gone?
have any mistletoe, do you?
Yeah, shh.
Well, we had kind of a good idea.
What was that?
We've got a smiley face. It's a football mom.
Yeah?
We put a face on it, and it's got arms and legs. We could bandage up a big toe there.
Wow, that even sounds beautiful.
That is so callous. I can't.
Well, that sounds very nice.
Well, can you put like 9 flowers in there for us, one for each toe?
Sure.
Okay.
That would be really nice.
And,
Just put from Bob and Tom.
From Bob and Tom.
Yeah, that's the card. Because she's been on our program the last couple days, and I know this has been a tough time for her. But that's really nice of you to do that.
Okay, what's her last name?
Booth. Bonnie Booth.
Boothe.
No,
As in another famous.
Are you sure there's an E?
The video I saw today had Boothe on it.
Yeah.
I think she's probably the only Bonnie Booth at the hospital.
Yeah, just ask for the lady who shot her toe off. There probably won't be a lot of...
That'll get you right there.
It's Booth in the original police report, but it's not in the USA Today article, so I'll stick with the police report.
Okay.
Okay, will do.
Well,
Thanks very
Jackie.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Muncie, Indiana, the site of the recovery right now of Bonnie Booth, who shot her own toe off on purpose after drinking a gallon of vodka, 3 beers, had a blood alcohol level of 0.42 when it was measured by the police. She shot it off because her toe hurt. And we've been, right now, we will probably be speaking to her shortly because I imagine that Skinner, her boyfriend, is probably up in the room.
He'll be getting in the room in a
second,
few minutes, yeah.
We are not unlike some of the Farm Aid concerts and so forth, trying to put together a concert called Toe Jam.
Sure, it's going to be a big jam. Now, by the way, we can confirm something else we were talking about. We were talking about leap year and how confusing that is.
Right.
Tomorrow is leap year day, the 29th.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Most of us are aware that there is a calendar adjustment at the end of each century, the years ending in 0. But every 4 normal years, an extra day is added, February 29th, of course. This is an imperfect adjustment, though, for the calendar. In 100 years, the calendar gets a little out of whack, and it's adjusted by omitting leap year at the end of each century. Years ending in 00. But this does not work completely. In years evenly divisible by 400, an exception is made. So our leap year cycle is consistent from the year 1904 through 2096. There will be a leap year in the year 2000.
Thank you.
So we have established that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
In case you were wondering. Tomorrow will be leap year day.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we've got that down. Christy Lee's here. We'll do some entertainment news, waiting to talk again with
Bonnie
and Skinner.
Who's going to be at tonight's 38th Annual Grammy Awards. Performers include Alanis Morissette with her producer and co-songwriter Glenn Ballard on piano for You Ought to Know. Hootie and the Blowfish, Joan Osborne, who we heard from earlier, and Bonnie Raitt.
Now, who's going to use the F word in their song?
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis has an
She's already said she's going to do that.
Yeah, she said she's not going to delete or bleep anything.
No, she won't.
CBS will have the opportunity.
She was on an MTV concert, I think, last night or the night before last or something. It was on, and she was going through that song, and I purposely hung around to see how they handled it, and it was there, but they kind of deleted it out. But there wasn't any. The crowd noise remained constant, so you really didn't
They
notice
kind of flubbed it. They just kind
of. You could tell they cut it out
when they're singing at the Grammys.
Presenters tonight will include Tim Allen, Tony Bennett, Sheryl Crow.
Greg Lloyd's going to be singing backup for it. So
yeah.
That might position it differently.
And if you're a fan of the old band Kiss when they wore full makeup, then you'll definitely want to tune in tonight because the original 4 members are going to appear as presenters tonight for the first time in 15 years in their makeup. Paul Stanley talks about why it's taken so long to get everybody back together.
Sometimes also it's a matter of time, maybe needing to either heal wounds or put things in perspective. And maybe it took a little time before everybody could sit together and be clear on not only the problems we once had, but on the amazing amount of things we accomplished. And the bottom line is, people who accomplish what we did should never turn their backs on each other.
Tonight's ceremonies will be on CBS starting at 8 o'clock on 8 o'clock Eastern
I think it'd be a
time.
pretty short conversation. You'd say, well, let's see. Let's look at your cash flow. Ace Frehley, you used to make $2 million a year. Now you're making
Nothing.
nothing. Okay. Your partners are still making
Do you have
millions of dollars a year.
that Eddie Van Halen?
Yeah.
The Gibson Guitar Awards, the Orville H. Gibson Guitar Awards, were presented yesterday at the Hard Rock Cafe in Los Angeles. They were hosted by comedian Bill Maher.
Bill Maher from Politically Incorrect.
Yeah. I can never, I know what his name is, but when
Bill,
it's written
it's
out.
pronounced Maher.
Yeah.
Great guy.
The award recipients included Eddie Van Halen, Best Male Rock Guitarist. You don't get to hear from Eddie very often. We do have a little bit of sound from him. He says this is not just another award.
It's very exciting because not only, this is actually, I was so nervous up there. I mean, usually when I win an award, it's in a guitar magazine and you just read about it. This one I actually personally accepted. And beyond that, I mean, forget the award. It's for a great cause. It's for autistic and handicapped kids.
And
That's right.
That's what it's all about. That's why I'm here.
That also answers the question why he doesn't sing.
The ceremony raised money for the Nordhoff Robbins Music Therapy Foundation.
He sings. Just doesn't sing lead.
He doesn't sing loudly.
Best. U2's planning a U.S. tour for 1997. They're currently soliciting bids from promoters and agents to produce the proposed show.
Wasn't me. Don't
It'll
look at me
include
this
another
time.
elaborate stage show like 1992's Zoo TV tour. Okay. Elton John received an honorary title from Queen Elizabeth yesterday.
Fellow Queen.
No. He actually became a commander of the British Empire in a low-key ceremony at Buckingham Palace.
I guess he was made a queen in England probably 20, 30 years ago.
He was
Yes.
He was recognized for his music and charity work to help AIDS victims. Although it doesn't give John a title, he can put the initials CBE now after his signature.
Huh.
Don't ask me. I'm
Does
just
that
telling
mean
you.
corn exempt?
Wow.
What is CB?
Paul Newman broke a bone in his left hand in a car accident Thursday. He was driving in Westport, Connecticut with wife Joanne Woodward when their Volvo station wagon was hit. The other driver was charged with speeding and failure to drive to the right.
Do you mean that Paul Newman and I drive the same kind of car? I have.
Yep.
Wow, what an honor.
His is a little,
you both have.
His is actually a little newer than yours.
What is he? Was he in an 850?
He's in a 95.
And I bet you can see the floor in his.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Well, maybe Paul has more money than I do and can afford someone to help him, clean up the car.
Yeah, that's a big job.
Maybe.
That's a big
Paul
job.
doesn't have 4 little ones right now.
Paul,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
His car looked never okay.
What? When I gave you a ride and bought you lunch, you're complaining about the fact that my car had some stuff in
I've
it?
never been in your car because you say, I've got to be on the phone. I'll meet you there, fellas. And then next thing you know, there you are.
You bought chick lunch?
Yeah, when'd you do that?
A couple weeks
Every
ago.
time
yeah.
we go out.
Oh.
Good point.
Well.
I hardly ever have lunch with you, Tom.
I don't get invited.
I've had lunch with you once in the last month.
That's because you don't want
You're always working.
I'm always
more.
telling you what to do with your life, and you don't like to hear it.
What is he suggesting?
He's never said anything like that.
We were supposed to have lunch
Tom,
on
of course,
Monday,
at
so
lunch
we go
talks
to
about
one of our
himself, is what
we
he
go to the
talks
spot that we have usually been going to on a different day, and they were closed. So we tape a note to the door saying, Cookie and Chick, we're going to somewhere else. We put,
Which is a great place. Somewhere else.
Somewhere else is a great
No, we
place.
said very specifically
Yeah?
meet us at blank.
Right.
So Chick pulls up, apparently, he tells me later on, sees the place is closed, sees a note on the door, assumes it must be explaining why the place is closed, and drives off.
Oh, doesn't read the note.
So that doesn't make sense to you? That's unreasonable?
Yes.
Is that an unreasonable response?
You get out of the car and say, I wonder if the guys left me a note saying where they were going.
No.
Actually,
I'm with
maybe
you,
I
Chick.
was going through the thought process, thank God, I'm off the hook. I don't have to have lunch with these people. Maybe that's the thought process I went through.
They're closed and we don't know where they went.
Then the last time Chick and I were supposed to have lunch,
Yeah.
I had lunch with Chick's girlfriend.
So he never showed up?
Huh? No, he had to go to a meeting he forgot about, so she shows up, and rather than let her sit there crying in the lobby, I took her to lunch.
Aww.
No, actually, she was very excited to come and have lunch with Dean.
Aw.
Tom didn't earn until she got here.
Well.
Let's move on, shall we?
Now.
Jamie Lee
No.
Curtis has insured her legs for $1 million. Curtis, who was showed off her many assets in trading places,
Oh, yeah.
had her gams insured by Lloyd's of London because she just been hired as the
What?
legs hosiery spokeswoman.
You mean to tell me I've seen all her movies? Jamie Lee Curtis has legs?
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does.
Thanks, Mo.
I never noticed them.
Yeah.
Premium for the fat eggs.
Rack.
Yes.
I'm done.
Are you?
Yeah.
Now, do we have
Getting tougher and tougher, isn't it?
Bonnie on the phone? at this point?
I don't know, not yet.
I know
Yeah.
she's about to have her teeth returned. Why not a good?
I
Why
wonder
don't
if she'll sound different.
I'm sure she will.
Well, let's take a break and we'll come back with,
Well,
with Bonnie and her
no,
teeth.
let's not.
Okay.
Yes, let's do.
Okay.
We can take
All right.
we're taking a break here. Okay, hang on, Dean. We'll be right back. We'll come back with Bonnie with her teeth on this, the Bob and Tom Show. Hi. Coming up, more tickets to either AC/DC or Rod Stewart. Tomorrow, by the way, we're doing our auction, the Leukemia Radiothon. In tonight's Indianapolis News or tomorrow's Star, you'll see a list of the items we're auctioning off for the Leukemia Society. And you can pick that up now at any participating Wendy's restaurants. So go to Wendy's today and pick up the auction list for our Leukemia Radiothon tomorrow on Q95.
All right.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. And joining us this morning, we have Bonnie Booth. Bonnie, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Bonnie, how are you? Bob and Tom again, Bonnie. I know you've been on the radio with lots of other radio stations ever
It
since.
ain't even shut up this morning.
Yeah, well, now, Bonnie, you're becoming world famous because you shot your toe off to get rid of a callus.
Yeah.
We talked to you yesterday morning and again earlier this morning.
Yes.
Now, we have arranged a good deed. Is Skinner there with you in the room now?
Yeah, he just got here a couple minutes ago.
Okay, we had your boyfriend Skinner. He said he found your teeth because you did not have your teeth.
Yeah.
And he brought them over. Are you wearing them now?
No, I ain't put him in yet.
Oh, okay.
He rinsed 'em off.
Okay.
Well, did he have them in a jar or anything?
No, he had him in his coat pocket.
Coat pocket. Okay, you might want to give those a thorough cleansing. I would imagine there at the hospital they probably have some kind of antibacterial soap. You might want to
solution of some sort.
They've been sitting around because overnight, don't you have to keep those in some kind of a sterile solution?
Yeah, you're supposed to, but I don't always.
Okay, well, you know.
Yeah.
Although I guess you could probably leave them in vodka.
That sounds like, hey, that'd kill all germs.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll kill all those germs.
Mhm.
So how does this is this your little reunion with Skinner? Is it going okay? Is he happy to see you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
good.
Well, we sort of feel like it's our good deed, and thanks to Joe, the cab driver.
Is Joe the cab driver there with you?
No, Joe, the cab driver is not here.
Okay.
Well, they didn't let him in.
I don't know.
He probably had other things to do.
Oh well, Joe, if you're listening, thanks. We certainly appreciate it.
How's Skinner going to get home?
Well, that's what we discussing. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure they'll figure a way to get him home.
Yeah.
Well,
we also have some flowers on the way for you.
All right.
Yeah, Bonnie, we got some flowers to make you feel better. Now, is your foot hurting right now?
Oh, yes.
It is a lot.
Well, yes.
Now, Bonnie, actually, have you ever heard of the when people have like a limb removed, they get these phantom feelings that they still have the limb? Do you feel like you still have the toe there?
Well, sometimes I do. Like last night, it was hurting so bad, and it felt like it was there, and it was just hurting.
Now, what are they giving you for the pain?
I don't know, something in a needle and then some kind of pain pills.
Oh, you got an IV, an intravenous needle in your.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So and then they're not allowing you to have any alcohol, I assume.
Oh, yeah. I get 2 a day.
Oh,
2 beers a day.
2 beers a day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, when do you get your first one?
Well, I could have got it yesterday, but I didn't. And the lady come in here a while ago and told me that they had to go downstairs and get some as soon as they got it up here.
Okay, now.
Lord, they give me.
Well, by my math, they owe you 4 beers.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
It. Hey, yep. Almost a 6-pack.
Okay, well,
almost a sixer.
Almost.
Can we talk to Skinner before we go?
Sure. Here
Okay.
he is.
All
okay.
right. Skinner? Skinner?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure you made it to the hospital all right and got her teeth.
Yeah, and I really appreciate this.
Well, no
sure.
problem.
I hope now you're gonna be able to get home.
Hey, now I told Joe out there, he tried to give me $10.
He did?
I said no.
Well, that's very kind of him, though.
Yeah.
We got some flowers on the way for you, and you can enjoy. I'm sure you can get a ride back sometime later today.
Oh, I don't have. That's no problem.
Okay, good. Well,
Now,
you take care of Bonnie.
I heard that, by the way, Skinner, I heard that the flowers are being picked up by a gentleman named Zeb, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's a tow truck driver.
Yeah.
And he says he's going to deliver them in the big tow truck.
So maybe he can take you home in the tow truck.
You never know.
There you go.
That would be great.
Now, it's kind of ironic because, of course, Bonnie.
This could only happen on Q95.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks. We really appreciate that.
Okay, well, thank you very much. we got to
pay attention. I got phone calls.
Well, good.
Telling me I'm a celebrity.
Well, you are, Skinner.
How old a guy are you, Skinner?
53.
53. Okay,
All right.
you're dating a younger woman.
There
then.
you go.
All now.
Attaboy.
Okay, Skinner, we're going to let you go, and you take care of Bonnie today, and don't let her get near any firearms anymore.
Okay.
All right.
Love ya.
Okay, put that shotgun
Thanks,
far
Skinner.
away.
All of you.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Skinner and Bonnie, the duo.
The duo.
The Lovebirds. I forgot to ask them if they live together. Probably none of my business.
I believe they do.
Okay. Bonnie once again shot her toe off because she had a callus on it after drinking, probably drinking too much. I think I can go on record as saying I think that a blood alcohol level of 0.42 is too much.
What might seem like a reasonable response to a situation, certainly.
Usually,
under the influence of alcohol,
I have way
probably
too
that
much. Maybe was
probably
outside
certainly
someplace. But
played a part.
I'm trying to think of what song we should play. What song we could play in their honor, and I'm stumped, if you will.
How about
let's see? How about
something?
Beer's much better than a woman.
There you go.
How about Shotgun by Junior Walker? Is that
Shoot him for the roof down. All right.
The story of, I guess this happened Monday night. We talked to Bonnie yesterday morning. Now she's lying in a hospital without her toe, and her toe, what's left of her toe, I guess, is in the dirt in her backyard.
Probably buried deep into the dirt. Shot that thing right into it.
Yeah.
We'll send this song out to Bonnie this morning.
Fabulous. Q95, good morning.
Hi. Tomorrow, between 4 and 4:30, we're going to be on the air all day tomorrow. It's our radiothon for the Leukemia Society. We're going to unveil our new billboard. The Give Us the Finger billboard is being taken down after a lot of complaints. We've got a new one, so we'll show it to you tomorrow.
All right.
Up at 82nd and Bash. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by
Dreyer and Reinbold BMW. See the BMW 328i with a lease payment as low as $399 a month. Ask about their exclusive loaner car program. Pickup and delivery service. Did you hear what I said? Pickup and delivery.
That's correct.
That's coming and going.
That is.
And free Saturday car wash. All when you lease your new 328i or any of the other fine BMWs.
Wow.
At Dreyer and Reinbold BMW.
Free car wash.
573-0200. Stop in today.
That's
Thank you, Chickster. Appreciate that very much.
Got a
Nice
fine
job.
one.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. And
Greetings.
This is
Dick's
the
Picks Variety
Dick's
Show.
Picks portion of our show.
We're dickless.
Oh, no Dick.
No Dick.
No Dick. He's not here.
Has anyone seen
I have seen him in the building.
Now,
he was in a heated conversation with someone.
Uh-oh. Well, I have a possible topic for today.
Oh, good.
What would that be?
Well, we've been discussing Bonnie all day. In Muncie, Indiana, Bonnie, the woman who shot her toe off. And through the generosity of Joe, the cab driver, Joe drove up there and picked up
Brought her
Skinner.
significant other.
Skinner, her boyfriend.
Old man.
And her old man, as she calls him.
Self-proclaimed old man.
And Joe found Bonnie's teeth, and he gave them back to Bonnie. So I think we've done our good deed for the day. However, in the process of this whole thing, we heard from a doctor of podiatry, who pointed out to us that the slogan for podiatrists is
Limp in, leap out.
Limp in, leap out.
That's good.
So I thought a good Dick's Picks topic today would be
Great slogans?
Great,
No, slogans.
Oh, slogans.
Great business slogans.
I did have one other foot story phone call.
Okay.
A guy called and said that his uncle, almost the same thing happened to him, except, I mean, he didn't get drunk. He'd had an ingrown toenail that was giving him trouble. It got harder and harder to walk. He'd gone to the doctor several times, and they tried to fix it, never could get it right. So he finally gave up, went to the hospital, said, I want this amputated. And they said that they couldn't do it. They couldn't just, this was years and years ago. They said they wouldn't just do it as elective surgery. So finally he was fed up, went home, got a rifle, shot his toe off, drove himself back to the hospital. Said, okay, now fix it. It's an emergency.
Now, my question was it the big toe that she shot off?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
sure
isn't
was.
that the one toe that you need among
That's what
all toes?
the
That's what the doctor said.
that's very critical for balance. I did not realize that, but that's the important one.
You would have difficulty walking with your big toe because your weight pivots
Now,
off the ball of your foot.
Yeah, she does have a portion of her toe, I understand.
They said that people do compensate. They learn to do it, but it's kind of difficult. And I guess they make a molding for your shoe.
I think your other toes would become more acute.
More sensitive.
Much
Yeah,
older.
that's
You
like
lose your
sometimes
sight,
if you lose your sight, your hearing
would take over. So I would
takes
think
certainly a notch up.
that your other toes would
Do we
step
have
up.
something we can...
Your other toes become more sensitive.
If you have anything crammable in the room, I'd like to...
And they would step up. And
Someone said
Take
yesterday.
an Oscar, perhaps, lube it up.
Someone said yesterday.
More gold on it this
You were
year.
talking about when they would take off somebody's thumb and sometimes replace it with a toe.
Yeah, that's true.
And someone called to point out that normally they don't use the big toe; they use the second toe.
Right, they would use the second. First, that's a much nicer toe.
Sure.
It's a much. It's
The
more,
big toe looks more like a thumb.
Yeah.
You need that big
Well, that's true.
It's
No, but
too
see, Tom,
wide
you need
and
the big toe.
Stubby.
It's way too stubby for a thumb. I think you're looking for the dexterity that would be provided by the second toe.
Now, could you have foot odor on your hand, though? I mean, if you...
Athlete's foot, athlete's hand,
athlete's thumb?
That could happen.
I imagine that
if you keep your hand in a moist, dark
I was
place
going
like
to
your
say,
foot.
if you keep your hand in a shoe all day, yeah, sure.
If you wear a sock on your hand,
good.
You could get all kinds of
so
fungi.
it's not actually the foot itself that
It's its
sort of
environment.
tissue. It's the environment.
It's the environment.
Yes.
If you
nature versus nurture.
say you walk around on your hands in a shower,
Right.
I see.
a lot.
If you keep your hand moist and then stick it inside of a sock.
right? So you don't dry your hand properly after washing your hands,
And then
then
put
wear
them
a
in
sock
socks.
all day,
Right.
Then
or a
you'll get athlete's
glove.
foot. Okay.
And the sock, the dark
got
moistness, fosters the growth of fungi.
I'll be damned. Huh.
Well,
Next thing
Now,
you know,
there's one thing that we could do is maybe search for a toe donor for this individual. There may be an individual that could actually donate.
No.
the toe.
Well,
that wouldn't
Tom's uncle has 6 toes.
no,
on
he's
each foot.
deceased.
Uncle 12 Toes.
Well, here's my
He
question.
didn't cut him off and save him or anything?
Tom, is shooting your toe off a cry for help?
No, I'd say it just...
Don't do
Because it's
this.
not suicidal,
I think-
but it's more along the
See-
lines of like that you're thinking along the wrong lines, and that maybe some counseling may help, sort of recenter.
See, in my
You.
feeling, a .42 blood alcohol level.
That's a cry for help.
That isn't a cry for help. That is like an automatic.
It's a crawl for help, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, I think that that's too much. That's
Even by my standards,
that's not
that's a
social.
little high.
That's not social drinking.
No, it really isn't.
Being a paranoid liberal, I think the most shocking part of the story I find is that they have guns hanging on the wall at the house. That probably
Loaded up and ready to go.
ready to go.
It's quite a combination of.
Well, I guess that one thing we can say is the callus was removed. Nespa.
That's right.
Yes.
Nespa.
Who are we to say how much that it hurt? And as the doctor pointed out, he was surprised that she had any pain in as much as she did have a 0.42% alcohol blood level.
So that really had
So,
to hurt.
so that thing must have really hurt. Perhaps there was something wrong with the toe. I don't know.
Perhaps she saved her life shooting the toe off.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes a callus will turn on you, Tom. I saw this one movie. Granted, it was made in the 50s, but a guy had a callus on his toe, and it just overran his entire body
Wasn't
and
that
turned
so-
his body into a gelatinous mass.
Did you ever see the one that had the talking zit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you ever see that movie?
Oh, How to Get Ahead in Advertising.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Sure.
Talking zit?
Yeah, a guy's got a zit that starts talking to him, and it takes over his life.
It eventually turns into a head and takes over his body.
It takes over his body.
It's great.
So see,
that movie.
I think that there's two shining examples right there where a part of your body, if throbbing or let's face it, dis-ease, really, if we pull the word apart, is dis-ease was something that's going on with your body, right, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
You were pre-med, weren't you?
Well, now I think we should now take this as a kickoff point.
We have
Half
a lot
the
of people
show
on our
was,
staff.
sure.
Half
the damn
our
show's
staff.
Let's take this as a kickoff point for our listeners. For
Pretty
what's the
much
phone topic
wasted-
today?
Slogans?
Wasted our time.
Great
here.
slogans.
I've been trying to move forward.
We're not going to have enough time to do
I
our
did not-
slogans now.
We can't have any great slogans?
No, we'll have to wait till Monday.
Oh, I was going to ask you, speaking of slogans, I think this is kind of interesting. As you well know, if you have an outstanding slogan, like there's a brand of pizza, which I thought this is kind of a cool slogan to talk about the quality of their pizza, and I won't mention the brand name, but their slogan is the better pizza people. And I think that's kind of, because what they're trying to say is our quality goes
Right.
in, and blah, blah, blah. So I think that's pretty good because they've obviously service marked that, copyrighted that, so that nobody else can now claim that they're the better pizza people, that those people are. But I was driving the other day down a road, and I actually drove by a place where it says colon and rectal care trademark. Like that building, like that particular service, that was service marked so that nobody else could claim they offer colon and rectal care. Now, there are people that can offer colon and rectal, like counseling, treatment, or
But
colon
not
and rectal
care.
They can't offer care when talking about those body parts. So that's service marked now. That's a slogan now. That is service marked. And I thought it was kind of nice that service was available and that they were advertising it so readily.
Oh, yeah. Well, now you know who to go to.
Exactly. If that area of the body is afflicted, as we like
You
to
got
say.
to go to the better colon people.
Now, this woman had a-
one of the things that I was talking about today off the air.
What?
Said, I bet, it'd be hard to prove, but I bet somewhere, sometime, an Oscar
Has been
Done.
used.
You know it has.
as
Done.
a
Done.
Like what?
No.
What if Oscar was a little tarnished in spots?
No.
It would have to be head.
No.
It would have
Excuse
to be
me.
head first,
Excuse me.
base first.
Excuse me. Uncle
be
Bob
too-
is going to stop the show right now.
No, Bob, before you stop chilling.
I'm going to turn around and go home.
I bet it's an underground thing in Ollie.
There's a picture of it. There's a picture of just the base.
I do not want to know about
on the internet.
You know somewhere.
Sharon Stone on the other end.
want to know
Sure.
about this.
You know that
If there isn't, we can certainly create one and start circulating it.
Sure.
Is that the show for today?
I'm afraid it is.
Okay, we have.
Really, does that really wrap it up?
Yes.
We're doing an early Dick Specs Day.
We will just have one phone call from a great phone.
We will do an extended.
Well, we
Dick
will
Specs
because you know, as you guys know, you're going to be doing the radiothon tomorrow.
Yeah,
and I just want to be
topics tomorrow.
I just want to be the first to tell you guys. I think you're going to be pleased and proud about this, but I'm going to be with you guys on the air for an extended 4-hour Dick Specs. Now, Tom, how do you feel about that?
Are we going to rock and roll?
I just realized
We're going to rock and roll, aren't we? Are we going to play some music?
We're going to probably play some of Dick's favorite jams, the things that I used to listen to in the White House.
I want to play some of my favorites tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna play a lot of old stuff for you tomorrow. But right now,
Really?
we do have one phone call.
Oh, we do?
There are some songs that I particularly like that I think are pertinent to.
I Got You, Split Ends. Always a great song.
Great song. That is so cool.
Turning Japanese.
Japanese by the Vapors.
Let me do one phone call here. All right. Morning, Bob and Tom Show. Who's this?
This is Aaron.
Aaron, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
You got a slogan for us today?
Yeah, I work at a mechanic shop, and
what?
The slogan is tool man. The slogan is my tools in your hands make me happy.
Yeah.
I like that.
My tools in your hands make me happy.
Yeah.
Now, there's no apostrophe after the L in tool.
What's that?
No.
No, okay. Never mind. So I'm splitting hairs.
I gotcha.
By the time you're hearing this, we've already hung up.
Yeah, that's our slogan.
There you go. All right.
Slogan with the 7-second delay. You won't turn down your radio.
Who's on hold here?
Well, we've got a late breaking development.
What?
Oh, no.
in the Bonnie store. I got Bonnie on the line.
can't take any
and
more bad
I'd
news
gotten a
today.
phone call from someone saying that they remembered Bonnie's name from something a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That this isn't the first time she's had a little accident. So I
really?
called and asked Bonnie, and I'll let her tell you guys what happened.
Hi, Bonnie. Welcome back.
Okay, no, ma'am, I did not. Let me do it real quick here.
What?
Okay, I'm back.
Bonnie?
No, ma'am. Yes,
I'm sorry, you talking to the nurse?
yes.
Okay.
Are you busy
I'm
with her?
trying to do it real quick like you and do.
That's all right.
Okay, you have to talk to the nurse. Go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
She said she'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, Bonnie, Bob, and Tom here again. You have something you have to tell us now?
That was, let's see, I think it was year before last.
Year before last?
Yeah, tell Bob and Tom the whole story.
Well, I usually, if I do any walking, I'll usually put a knife in my back, down my pants. Well, I had one on me that night, and I fell and took 32 stitches in my ass.
I know. I usually carry a knife with me when I.
You fell on your knife and cut your butt open?
Yeah, I cut. Yeah.
So it wasn't a pocket knife then that folded up. It wasn't a
big
jackknife.
butcher knife.
So do you take a knife out for protection? Is that it?
Yeah, if I have to walk or something like that at nighttime.
So you fell down and you cut your own butt open?
Yep.
Good God.
Yeah, between my butt and my leg, right there where it.
So you have two cracks then.
Well,
they repaired one of them.
Oh, well, fortunately, only one was sewed up, Bob. But thank you for thanking. Well, Bonnie, I'm glad to hear you got a sense of humor about all these injuries. Hey, Bonnie, we were talking to a doctor today, and we were talking about this, and he said that he said your foot must have really hurt if when you had all that alcohol in your system, that gallon of vodka, that 0.42 blood alcohol level, and you actually shot your toe off. He said it must have really hurt. Did it still hurt when you'd had all that booze?
Yeah.
After all the vodka, it was still hurting?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I guess when
What made me so mad.
Yeah, I say
okay.
good riddance to that toe.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay. Well, Bonnie, I know you're busy there. Did you get your flowers yet?
No, not yet.
They're on the way.
They're on the way.
All right.
Okay, and we're working on getting that tape of you, of Leno mentioning you on his show.
All right.
All right, speedy
Okay, thanks a
recovery.
lot, Bonnie. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
That's Bonnie Booth.
Aren't we also working on a made-for-TV movie involving?
A two-parter, yeah.
Aren't we talking?
Now it's a two-parter. Bonnie falls on her knife and cuts open her
32 stitches in the ace.
Well,
I got to mark that for tomorrow morning's audience.
I got to tell you,
I got to have that on tape.
Sure.
Oh, fine.
I think you guys all know that sometimes when you're walking down the road, you want to stick a knife down the back of your
Down
pants.
the back of your pants.
Because you never know who you might. Chick, you're shaking your head, but
I am
telling
really
you, this is
affected
reality.
by this because
this is the Great Midwest.
Mm-hmm. 32 stitches in the ace.
I love you guys. Would someone
life has
hold
never
me, please?
seemed so.
Does this make your life feel so much better
If
now?
you'll say I'm sorry for the mean remarks about the lunch thing, I'll have to.
Okay.
Tom, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
See, he's not sorry. You can tell.
No, I am sorry. Look at my eyes. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
My eyes.
Group hug.
Does this mean you'll have lunch with me today?
Group
Yes.
hug.
You will have lunch with me.
Yes, I will, if you're available.
Let's.
Well,
I feel
I'm
good.
afraid I'm not, but I.
I'm afraid I'm not. But
If I
thanks
were
anyway.
available,
But if I were,
I'd
if
let
you were, I would, and I would buy.
By the way, nice read on the Shats thing. Thank you.
That was very good. And I just want to say I've got all 10 of my toes and just one cleave down the center of my buttocks, and I am really happy about
One
it.
cleave.
And I'm going to pretty much keep it.
When if I woke up this morning, if I woke up this morning and they gave me a list of words I wouldn't hear today.
Will you hear this? No.
Cleve would be on it.
Cleave would have been one of them.
Sure.
That probably would have been the only word on my list.
One cleave down my back. Mm-hmm.
Just one.
Thanks, Dick.
That's all I need.
Can we do the sponsorship of...
Bob's got great socks, and Bob's got all 10 of his toes, don't you,
all
Bob?
10.
Bragger.
Me, I'm thinking about getting another one.
I'm thinking about it.
Why not?
You got 10 toes you're showing off.
I'm very proud of my toes.
You know, I think if I had a really bad callus, I might
got
visit a
great
physician.
feet.
Uh-huh.
There's a couple different doctors I know.
Maybe Bonnie
That's one
didn't
way
have.
to
Maybe
go.
Bonnie didn't have the money. Maybe she doesn't trust doctors. We should have. We never.
Yeah,
asked her
we
that.
never ask her about that.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't trust us.
See, that's the whole deal because you would have thought.
Maybe
Now,
get some pumice.
Now let me ask you this: is there any possibility that infection can set in? I guess they've got her on.
Sure.
So that's why I'm
sure.
surprised she's allowed to drink alcohol. Because don't they want to keep her? Don't they want to keep all those
defense systems up?
Defense systems up.
I don't particularly know if they were going to let her drink alcohol.
Oh, you think that was a?
I think they were sneaking it in.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a.
All we know is she's looking. She's looking
sure, saying it on the radio in front of all
Yeah.
those people might not have been the best idea, but
I'm sure her physicians are doing a fine job and they're giving her the best care possible. I don't know anything
Yeah.
about medicine, but I would just assume that.
in general, in the
But
hospital.
a little medical oxygen IV
Usually when
with
you're
a
doing
saline
little
chaser.
antibiotics and stuff.
Yeah, don't they want to
they
keep you
frown
a
on
little
alcohol.
bubble in your
bloodstream? That'll take you right.
Yeah, but how about a little just medical?
No, I have another question.
Alcohol.
How long would it take? Now, according to this account, she had 0.42% alcohol in her blood at the time of this accident. How long would it take to metabolize all that, or whatever your body has to do, so you're back down to a 0%? Wouldn't that take several days?
First of all,
I'm not
Tom,
sure if it would take several days.
No.
she had a 4.2 when they finally took blood from her.
Right, 0.42.
If she's got a 4.
See, that's the thing.
Now-
That may not have been the peak.
Thing about it, it may have been higher when she actually
So
shot
how
her
long
toe.
does it take to metabolize, or I'm not even sure that's the correct word.
You lose
No, that's the right
an
word.
ounce of alcohol
Isn't it like
every
an
hour.
hour?
Every
An
hour.
hour.
Burns an hour every
Well,
hour.
and didn't she say she
A
drank
gallon.
a gallon?
About a gallon.
What is
Well,
that?
Skinner,
164?
Skinner said it was more like a little over a half gallon. Remember, he said that.
32, so that'd be more than a day. So in other words, she might still...
What I'm thinking,
may
if
have
they,
been just a hair higher
if they
when it
keep her in the
happened.
hospital much longer, if you're like a 0.42 and you're drinking all that, she's going to have more problems than that toe here pretty soon.
Withdrawal.
She's
That's
gonna,
exactly
like,
what I'm getting at.
Get the shakes here. and
Nothing
DTs.
parties like a hospital.
That's why she can't
Unfortunately,
wait to get out.
Well, they're keeping her on the pain pills.
Now, can the hospital advise that she might need some counseling in that regard?
They can do all they want. If she follows it, that's...
Could you bring in that nice little elephant candy striper?
The one with the really long trunk.
He was in here earlier
Very
talking
friendly.
to me, and
Let's get to the sponsorship of the Dick
we
Spick show,
must do that
please.
because we have to go.
I've
there.
got
Tom-
to. I have an appointment I have to get to.
All right. I'd say counseling would be indicated in this particular situation. Hey, go to Jack's Tool Rental. They've got a 4-headed billion candle power searchlight.
Wow.
4 heads for your pleasure.
that's heavy to carry around on your head.
It'll light up all the acres all at Jack's.
Doesn't the one?
Says all.
Doesn't the first head come along and lift the whisker out, and then the second one
Second
comes
one
and
trims
pulls it
trims
even
it along.
farther, and then the third one.
And Jack liked it so much he bought the company. Ride or walk behind, street sweeper for parking lots. Ride or walk behind, warehouse scrubber. Backhoes available. Hydraulic driven post hole digger. Vertical and horizontal log splitter. Portable toilets. Portable toilets with handicap capabilities. You only got 9 toes. You can still get right up there.
Sure.
In the Jack's.
There's
Tool
an
Rental
upside. She gets a
portable
handicap
toilet.
plate now, I bet.
Ooh.
See?
Yep.
Park wherever
Excuse
she
me.
wants.
You're forgetting something.
She doesn't have a car.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Get the plate.
I am.
See?
I'm too close to.
That's like an O. Henry play
I
right
am-
there.
That's O. Henry.
That's O. Henry. If that ain't O. Henry, I'll kiss your ass.
You know?
I sold my hair and you bought me a comb. I'm telling you.
I've got a handicap plate.
He's got a very...
That sound, now, see, this sounds
That
like
is O. Henry.
Now it sounded like a country song.
Well, I think it needs to be.
I can get a
The
handicap
ballad,
plate.
the ballad of Bonnie Booth.
I shot
And
my
we're,
toe off,
and, we're, and we're just the men to write it.
The wheels
You
are
know,
turning
I
right
think,
now.
Tom, you might want to do that.
I shot my toe off, and you bought me a new pair of shoes. See?
Jack's Tool Rental. Don't be a tool rent one.
Wow.
I got a handicap plate.
I shot the
and I don't have
toe
a car to
and
put
They don't
it
have a
on.
car.
toe one.
That's the thing. You know, it's tough to earn a handicap plate. I'm the first to tell you.
I've tried.
I've never
Could I be the first to vote to have you killed?
No, too late.
Do I have
Get in
to
line.
make the nomination or just to be seconded? We
Can
have
I
to take
just
a break.
say that this gentleman said I tried.
I tried.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I was in there.
Tonight on 6 News at 5:30. If you're sick, you expect your doctor or